I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. And that is just start the stream. Not going to think about it for one more second. Just going to do it. We're going to jump into our first game. And this is something I'm going to think about. Standard ranked. Okay. Making sure I'm actually in ranked. I will never forgive myself for basically wasting 3 whole days of this season. My first full season turned into a not full season just because of my own stupidity. But we'll accept that. If you're wondering why I'm wearing gloves and breathing in my hands, it's because it's freaking cold in my garage. But that's okay. Okay, this hand's all right. If I were to give this hand a rating, I would rate this hand like a 6 out of 10. I do like the fact that it's creatures. What's up, Kurto? Hope you're doing well. I just now started streaming, so you're right on time, my friend. Hopefully you can hang out with me a little bit today. Okay, I'm playing Demir. This is going to be a very tricky start to the video. Well, I could get lucky. How was your games yesterday? I had a great stream yesterday. A lot of people showed up and stayed. So I only played 3 games of standard ranked. And I think I won 2. Maybe only 1. I only played 3 games. I think I either won only 1 or 2. So on ranked, I didn't do very good. But the rest of the stream was spent playing the people in the chat. And I had a great time. In fact, I played my first game of Brawl. Not only 1 game, but I played like 4 or 5 games of Brawl with just a pile of cards. And I was thoroughly surprised and happy with how well it was able to keep up with actual decks. Wasn't able to join you yesterday as I was out playing in my local. Hey, that's a great reason to not join me. I appreciate that you're here now. And I hope that you had a great time at your LGS. Did you win some games at your LGS? Did you play Commander? How was it? Okay, now I got some interesting thoughts going on in my noggin right now. I could play this. I think I'm going to do this actually instead. Okay, actually now, this might be a test. This might be a test for me. I could just go full wombo combo here. I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to try to play Shard Mage's Rescue this turn. Because playing Demir, I know that as soon as they have enough mana and it turns into like turn 4 or 5, it's not looking good for me. So I'm going to actually just do this. Pay the 1, leave 1 up. And I'm thinking I really want to try this. I really want to try Shard Mage's Rescue. Oh, yes, sir. The fact that you're choosing this one too, that was stupid. That was the best case scenario. He forced my hand. I was going to play it. I think I was talking myself into playing it. I didn't really have to do much talking into it. Yeah, we played Commander. Wasn't able to, as my friend knows my deck well. And he kept me on check for all the games we had. It was fun though. And that's what it's all about. Even if you don't win, as long as you have fun. Wasn't able to win. I mean, what commander are you playing? That's a great question. Kuro. What would Kuro play? I have no idea. Teferi I played against the Teferi deck yesterday. That's crazy. That Teferi deck is nuts. I lost the Teferi deck. Needless to say, that is the one I lost. I only won 1 Brawl game. And I'm pretty proud of that fact. Winning with a pile of cards, I shouldn't have won that game. He misplayed at the end of the game. He milled himself out, which is hilarious. I think he did it on purpose, to be honest with you. Okay, I have to mulligan. I don't even want to think about this. I had a mulligan. Oh my god. No lands in the first hand, no creatures in this hand. However, I do have a most helpful Weaver, which is kind of one. So maybe I keep this. Okay, I'm going to try to keep it. And because I really need to dig for land, I need to dig for creatures here. I think I'm going to put back Ethereal Armor, which feels bad because Ethereal Armor is like a win con for my deck. But we're keeping it. I didn't want to go down 2 cards. Bracket 4 combo control. Jeez Louise, bracket 4 is crazy. I felt like I was playing against bracket 4 when I played the Teferi deck. So it makes sense. Hey, I drew a creature, so this game's looking pretty okay now. It's looking pretty okay. Another deck I played against in Brawl yesterday was a Gideon deck. The guy was playing Gideon. And that card, it was the first time I've ever seen Gideon, and that card's pretty nutty. I was a big fan of it, actually. Okay, now what do I want to do? I think I have 2 mana to spend. Maybe I do that. Kind of bait. I don't really want to waste my Shard Mages on a low rent card, you know what I mean? So maybe I just do the easy, most helpful Weaver play here. I believe I saw a glimpse of that game. You're playing against that Gideon deck. Yeah, that was crazy deck. Also, were you able to create a Discord? Dude, I did it before I got on. So yes, I did. I did do that. Are you on? You're on Twitch. Perfect. I put the link in Twitch. I did that for you. That's exciting because I literally was debating. I was like, oh, I need a stream. I need to do this, but I need to jump on stream before I lose all the energy. But I forced myself to do it. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. That made me happy. All right, getting back to this. I think I'm gonna Feather of Flight. Feather of Flight and maybe draw something cooler that I can use the 2 mana with. Ethereal Armor is certainly a cool thing to draw here. But that means I don't have protection. He already has 3, but he's tapped out now, so maybe it's worth doing. But at this point, I don't really want to risk removal on my potentially only creature. But I'll have 4 mana next turn. Okay, I'll tell you what. I think Holden is better in this case. I think Holden is better. I don't think I'm going to get board wiped here. So I'm going to play my Veteran Survivor. In case he does remove my Spider, I'll still have the Veteran Survivor to play the rest of my enchantments on. Bro, I can't believe that. I was literally debating. I was like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll just make the Discord tomorrow. I'm so glad I did that. That was... Whew. The night is looking up, my friend. I will say, I'm in now. Thank you, bro. That's awesome. I will say, like, I just made it. I didn't, like, make it look good. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing fancy. I just wanted to get it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll make the Twitch look better. And my plan is to do, like, the housekeeping work on all this stuff tomorrow. All right, I'm going to make it a flyer, draw a card. Maybe I can draw another Ethereal Armor. Oof, that's great. Do I want to play Ethereal Armor and leave Shard Mage up? I think so, because if this gets cooked, I really have no win con. Okay, wait a second. Okay, this is a 2, 3, 2. This would go up to 6, and then it would go to 7. That's 14. Oh my goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, great balls of fear. That is so close to being GG's. 6. Oh man, I can't risk it. All attacks. I'm gonna leave my Shard Mages up. Just because unless I'm doing my math wrong, it won't be game. I will take, I guess they're all lessons, right? So I guess I'll just take the red one. I don't think it matters. Also, me and my GF got a new pre-con deck yesterday. That's exciting. I picked the Ashling deck, and my girl got the Anti-Ul deck. That's very exciting. I think I prefer... Well, I don't think. I know I prefer the Elemental one. I think that deck overall is really cool. And also, they have this card in it called Timeless Lotus, which I think looks amazing and all that stuff. Hey, how are you, Yubei? I'm great, my friend. I forced myself to make a Discord because people were asking for it yesterday. And I was like, oh, I'll put it off. But I did it before the stream. And then Kudo, my friend Kudo, asked for it. So I was so vindicating. And if you were interested in it also, I put it in the link in my Twitch. So if you're interested, it's there. All right, he's returning it. However, he's targeting it. So now it's time to bust out the Shard Mage. He said good game. It was a very good game. Very good game indeed. And we're 2 for 2 today, brothers. So today's stream is going off at a hot start. Now, I will say it's very surprising too, because, oh man, I was super tired before jumping on here. So the fact that these things are happening, it's turning into a good stream, my guys. A great end of the night. Let's see if our luck continues into our third game. No return? That's ominous. Ooh, I like this hand a lot better than the last hand. Wait a second. I won that game while mulliganing. Mulliganing. So that's even a better dub, a more sweet dub. Unbelievable. And also, too, I said how I was. How are you, Settinga? Oh, I'm playing. Speaking of elementals, Kuro, I'm playing against an elemental deck. I feel like I saw this during the Pro Tour. So this might be quite the challenge. This might be a top-tier deck. I need to lock in. He's already looking at my Veteran Survivor. Hopefully he doesn't kill it. That wouldn't feel good. In fact, that would feel bad. All right, it's taking him a long time to think. Maybe this is a new deck. 2 elemental callouts. Man, it is freezing in my garage today. Ashling, speaking of Ashling too, this is a very topical matchup for the pre-cons you and your GF got. Okay. When this creature enters or transforms into Ashling Rekindled, you may discard a card if you do draw a card at the beginning of your main phase. You may pay blue if you do transform Ashling. Seems like I got to do it. I don't really want to do it, but I think I got to do it. I mean, that's like the poster child for the Lorwyn set. So when you see it, you kind of have to panic in your brain a little bit, even though I don't really remember what this deck really does, besides play elementals. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing fine. Testing Jank versus Sparky. I don't know that much about elementals, though. I'm just trying out decks that are not in my comfort zone. That's a great way to do it. Final tire at what's good, my man. A lot of things are good, brother. I'm starting off pretty hot. This is my third game of the evening, so that's great. I'm playing against an elemental deck, and my boy Kuro just bought an elemental deck, even though that actually puts me behind quite a bit. When my creatures die, I don't do very well in those games. However, I do have creature follow-ups, so I'm not dead in the water, but if he does that again, I might be very close. Also, too, I forced myself into making a Discord before a stream because yesterday a bunch of people asked. Kuro was one of them. And then he asked for it today. So that was like vindication. I'm so glad I forced myself to do it. It was like a chore, basically. I was like, no, I need to jump on. No, I need to do this. I'm glad the laziness didn't get the best of me. Drawing a card would feel good there. But maybe, man, if I get board wiped and I go wide here, I don't know, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because 2 enchantments, and why wouldn't I? Playing a flashing card at sorcery speed seems like something I would do. But I'm going to cancel. Yeah, I'm going to cancel. I'll wait to see if he has the... Nope, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'll see what his response is. And then I'll make my decision whether Feather or Flight. I don't know if that's good sequencing because I cost myself 1 damage. You know what I'm saying? But what's 1 damage in this economy? You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do anything. So I guess I'll just buff up my already buffed Spider and then draw a card. Ooh, that's good protection. Double strike, I'll take those. +1/+1, I'll take those as well. Man, that is a beefy boy already. And I'm playing something with Ward. I didn't really need to do that, actually, now I'm thinking about it. That was kind of greedy. And if I do get board wiped, it's kind of my fault. And if I lose because of it, I'll take those. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay losing when it's my fault. I played my first game of Commander last night. Hell yeah. How was it? And what was the Commander you played? Sherry, you're back. Why did you change the angle? Well, not only the angle, Sherry. Also, thank you for coming back. I haven't seen you for a while. I'm in my garage now. I was upstairs, but I had to pack away all the junk upstairs, all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all my horrendous amounts of excess because I'm in the process of moving. So I moved everything into boxes. I put those boxes at my parents' house because I ran out of space. Because when you sell your house, you kind of have to put all your valuables away. And now I'm in my garage, and it's extremely cold in my garage, so I'm wearing gloves. It was awesome. I played Vavictus. I've never heard of that card, but it sounds cool, and I'm jealous. I still to this. Well, actually, I played Brawl on stream yesterday for the first time. It was just a pile of cards, and it was a great deal of fun. But I still have not played 4-player Commander, and I would love to. So I'm a little jelly of you, Final Tire. But I'm glad you had fun. I want to look up that Commander, though. Oh, I know this card. Because I bought a bunch of Tarkir Commander decks. So I do know Sarkhan. And what a great looking card that is. This is going to be an exciting game. And it's a treasure. I'm assuming that his entire when Sarkhan enters, you may behold a dragon. If you do, create a treasure token. When a dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkhan until end of turn. Sarkhan becomes a dragon in addition to its other types and gains flying. I mean, that's just a +1/+1. Do I risk just doing a seam rip and I don't have any creatures? Well, honestly, it's a dragon deck. So how many opportunities am I really going to have to seam rip? I'm gonna do this because maybe he'll pull more resources into Sarkhan, so the seam rip is more valuable. That's my thought process. Plus, having 1 mana up for really no reason doesn't feel great. You know what I'm saying? Are you getting a Strixhaven pre-con? I certainly hope not, because I went way overboard, just completely overboard on the amount of pre-cons I bought when I caught the magic bug. However, knowing me, I probably will. I have a feeling you'll like him. I probably will. When you see a Sarkhan card, it's usually a dragon deck. For sure, I knew that just because of my past experience buying all of the Tarkir decks. That was actually my first, no. Yes, it was, because it took so long to get the creative energy decks. So the Tarkir decks were my first Commander purchases. All right, now this gets exciting. This still doesn't scare me that much. Maybe it should. Maybe it should. All right, let's try it this way. Let's see what he responds with. Because I have a Shard Mage's Rescue just burning a hole in my pocket right now. And I would love for him to do something about it. Counter target spell with mana value 2 or less. I'm okay with you doing that, to be honest with you. Strangely enough, Resolve, he spent his treasure for that. So he really didn't want his Sarkhan leaving. So maybe I can draw into another Seam Rip, part of the cards. Oh my, that's not what I wanted, but at least he doesn't have flying, so I can hit him in the face for countering me. Because he deserves it, right? All right. Time to lock in. Even though this is a very fun game. Very fun game for me. As long as I'm not playing like the same Black Demir BS. But as soon as he gets... I mean, this amount of mana is already pretty scary. I do know that next turn, if he has a big dragon, if he has a land in his hand. So I'm just going to go as big as possible right now. 17. This will be 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5. 9. It's only 9 damage. Let's see if I can draw something cracked. No, let's not do that. Let's play a creature. Let's do that. Make 2 creatures have flying. Maybe is that the better play? Let's see if it is. I don't know. I don't want to put two things of flying on one creature, especially if I'm playing against dragons. Okay, that's fine. It's a pretty cool card for this dragon deck. Do I really hold up Shard Mages? I mean, Okay, let me think about this logically. He wants to play dragons. I know that. He doesn't want to deal stuff to me with my stuff. Okay, I talked myself into it. Let's buff up my Wonder Weave. I don't think he's going to do anything about it. And if he does, well, you live and you learn. Arena Shufflet at its best. Kappa. Twin Flame. Oh, here comes the dragons. All right, now I should be scared, right? But I'm not for some reason. Because I can make this freaking massive. I can make my little Spider Girl just a massive individual. And drawing that makes me feel so good. Especially him being tapped out. This is going to feel so bad for him. So I actually kind of feel bad for doing it. But crap like that happens to me all the time. Let's put one on him. If I put, that will be 9. And then that's the Ethereal Armor would make it 10. Okay, it's not game. So I guess I just attack with 1. And I guess I attack with... No, attacking with the Veteran Survivor literally does nothing at this point. But it's not even a blocker, so like... I don't know. Next. I guess I could have gained, I guess I could have made it so he had to bluff if I attacked with both and used my second Shard Mages. But that would have left, it wouldn't have been game. It would have left me very vulnerable. That's why I didn't do it. Oh, another big dragon. How exciting is this? Whenever Dragon Knock enters or attacks, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures you control with the power 4 or greater. You may play those cards until then. Dragon Knock deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I probably should be more scared than I am. I'm just excited to play against a bunch of dragons. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. It's a lamp. Okay, that was like the best case scenario for me, probably. And next turn, he'll be able to double block and kill my Wonder Weave, which doesn't feel good. Pass. He's going to attack with it, I'm assuming. Does he have a response to my stuff? Okay, 3 damage to my face. This turn actually went beautifully for me. Definitely wasn't the worst thing that could have happened. My turn? Oh my gosh. Okay, now he can't kill me. He'll kill himself. Okay, this is going to be cool. I'm going to do this. I'm a Veteran Survivor. That's going to be a 3. So no matter what, I'm going to win here. All attacks. 2 attacks. Next. He's going to block. He's going to block that one. Oh, he does have a mana up. But I think he plays a bunch of big stuff. So this is just going to work. There we go. 4 in a row, guys. Stranger. What's up, Stranger? I'm on a good run right now, Stranger. I started the stream, Kuro. Asked about the Discord. I forced myself to make it before I hopped on here. So that was vindicating. And then I'm on a 4-game win streak. And I was playing against Dragon Stranger. And isn't that just the bee's knees? I wouldn't have even cared if I lost that, just because I don't think I ran into a dragon deck in my illustrious 2-week career playing this game. Don't let him play any dragon. I really couldn't. I couldn't stop it. And even if I could stop it, I wouldn't have stopped it. Because it feels good to play against a dragon. Brings me back to my roots. Crossco, the Virtuous, is who I'm playing against. I have not seen this profile picture. Maybe these are a bunch of OGs that I'm playing against. All right, time to increase the streak to 5. Very nice on all fronts. I love Dragon decks just because they're amazing to see. 100%. That's why I bought all the Torture decks. They're just so cool. Moon Shadow, don't love to see it, but it's not the worst thing on the planet at the moment. Also, this mate's super cool. I've never seen that mate before. And turn. Don't love not having a turn one play. But okay. Don't mind having more of those. I guess there's nothing to it, but just to start doing it. I don't really want to waste Sheltered by Ghosts on these little guys yet. But there will come the time where I will need to. So maybe I start doing that. I want to buff this up past 3 as quickly as humanly possible. Drop the 2, then draw that many cards. Actually, that's going to... Oof. He's already low, which makes me feel a little bit better about the scenario. Those things are a little buff little guys right now. No blocks. I'm going to have to take a lot of damage right to the dome. Okay. Okay. Don't love what has occurred. What do I want to do? I wish I drew a land, because that would have made my decision a lot easier. If there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard. You may play that card. Okay. This buffs it up by 1, but doesn't buff up my toughness. This would, though. But 3 is the magic number. Oh, man, this is a hard decision. Not really. I think Spellbook Bender is the reason I'm playing the Spellbook Bender rather than anything else is because anything else would have got me to still less than 3. So it wouldn't really have given me any extra protection. Whereas this, if I hold off till next turn, this will be a cheap enchantment, which will buff this up to 3, and then I can do Ethereal Armor. Or hopefully I'll draw a land. So this gives me the most options next turn. It's a waiting game, which feels bad playing the deck I'm playing against. But, Ian, what's up, my friend? Thank you for coming back. I'm on a great streak. The stream just started, well, maybe like half hour ago now. But it feels like it just started because I'm having a great time so far. I'm on a 4-game win streak. This game's not looking so hot, but we're still in it. I have a lot of stuff left to play. And if we draw a land, I'll feel a lot better about my situation here. Iron Shield Elf. Discard a card. This creature gains indestructible. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm about to take a lot of damage right to the face. 3, 6, 9. Wow, that's a lot of damage. But I'll take it. Let's go. Yes, sir. All right, that's going to put me down to 3. He still has 1 untapped mana, but not a lot of cards in his hand. Oh my god, 4, 8. Okay, I'm not dead. Oh, shite! I didn't see that combo! Okay, I deserve that loss. I didn't see that combo coming. I should have, because it was right there. But I was too focused on the untapped mana instead of the Moon Shadow's ability. And the card he just played. That was pretty cool. That was the first time I saw that. Okay, the win streak has ended, but I'm still feeling pretty good. A lot more energy than I thought I was gonna have before I clicked go live, that's for sure. So we'll take the wins as they come. Veteran Survivor, I love having a turn 1 play. Okay, weird hand. Not used to seeing a hand like this. So we'll see how, this is the first time I've seen this profile picture. This is pretty cool. No idea where it's from. If I were to guess though, Ixalan. That's my guess. Okay. It's taking him a long time to think. Does that mean he's thinking about discarding a card? Is he trying to think about mulliganing? I don't think so, right? Because I wouldn't have my hand in play. I think he was just thinking about all the lands he could have played. Maybe that's it. An Otter? It's kind of crazy how popular the Otter thing is in Standard Ranked. If you told me before me getting into the game that Otters were like crazy good, I would be like, that's kind of weird. Forsaken Miner. Saw that a lot yesterday. It doesn't feel that good. Low key, kind of want to just make this trade. Do I want to make that trade? No. Because if I don't draw planes, and I didn't, I'm going to do this to hopefully draw planes. And it'll make it a 3-1 flyer. So I just wanted to do that at sorcery speed because why not? Boomerang Basics starts taking stuff from his graveyard because him playing black and blue, you might have a reanimation package. Ixalan is correct. Oh, let's go. I got it right. Erie, what's up? Good morning to you as well. Kurdo, now that we have a Discord server, we can now play off/on stream more. That is true. And by the way, Ian, I don't know if you were one of the ones that asked about the Discord thing, but I made one, yes. Right before coming on, I made one. So it's not like a pretty looking Discord server by any means. Very bare bones, but I did make it. Okay. I was told at one time to get rid of this thing because it's a problem. So maybe I should listen to that. But I kind of want to feather a fight again. I'm at 10. Oh my gosh, this is a hard decision, even though it probably shouldn't be. I should probably just take my medicine and do Sheltered by Ghost. Or, no, I feel like that's like the only thing to do. That feels so incredibly bad. Probably should do it and not even attack. Okay, probably should. Give me that. And, oh wait. Even if I block with it, it's going to die, and there's so much value incorporated in that one. I'm going to have to attack, because I'm not blocking with it. 2, 4, 5. Okay, I gained some life back. I think that was the right thing to do. I'm hoping he can't kill it. He probably can, though. He started with this, which makes me think that maybe I have a chance. 2, 4, 6. Okay. It was never not on the table. Could have played another creature, probably, instead of worrying about that. Having just 2 mana really puts a stick up the crawl in this game. Oh, I hate this card. Actually, no, that's not the card I was thinking of. No blocks. Good game. Do you even play enchantment removal? Kind of. There's some enchantment removal with Sheltered by Ghost. And Seam Rip can sometimes do that stuff. But not much, unfortunately. Let's go, Link. Let me get you a link. You're on YouTube, right? Let me get you the link. Oh, actually, I kept it handy. I think I kept it handy. Let's go. There it is. Invite server. Copy. Yes, sir. Figure it out. There we go. Did I send it to the right one? Send it to the wrong one, of course. I sent it to the vertical one, not the horizontal one. There's the link. Sweet. Very vindicating. Kuro's already in it. All right, let's start winning again, shall we? I was doing so good. I even won a game where I had a mulligan, which felt better than it probably should have. Ooh, very nice. 3 lands and an Optimistic Scavenger. Love to see it. I don't really want it to get yoinked right away, but I doubt it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen this time. And if it does, well, okay. That will be imprinted on my brain. Moon Shadow, best case scenario. Best case scenario right there. Let's do a Seam Rip to the Moon Shadow right away. I don't want any Moon Shadow shenanigans. Plus, I'll be buffed up a little bit. And I'll leave the Shard Mages for a little bit of protection. Not that much protection, but at least some. Bounces are so good. Being able to bounce tokens, enchanted creatures, creature counters, etc. Saving your own creatures. Yeah, bounces are very good. I agree with that. What is that one card that got really popular? You may cast this card from your graveyard. Boomerang Basics. Yeah, that card's really good. That's what I think of instantaneously whenever I hear the word bounce. Pass. Pass. Okay, it is now my turn. I'm not going to use the Shard Mages because that would be a little silly. Do I want to waste my Sheltered by Ghost on this little guy? Probably not. I'm going to say no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to draw a card instead while continuing the onslaught and keeping 1 mana up. I like how harmonious that felt, that decision. End turn. Timeline Cooler. For a black card, it looks pretty cool, not going to lie. Surveil. Don't love to see that. Isn't a Reanimator deck? Baby's first deck. Special Chimp. It 100% is my first deck. I would love to craft more decks. I just don't have the resources. Well, I also just made a Brawl deck, but that was just a pile of cards. Just a pile of cards, but it was hanging in there a little bit well. I think people were being nice to me on stream yesterday, though. I was playing people in the chat yesterday with that Brawl deck. I managed to win 1 game, but it was just because the person messed up. Or was being nice to me. Still can't tell. Pass. 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 Still not going to use Shard Mages yet. At the beginning of your end step, if you descend this turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to do that. That wouldn't make that much sense. Okay. I can get rid of this again. But that would make this a bigger target than it is. So do I want to do that? But I do have Shard Mages, and I will be absolutely massive. He's at 14. If I sheltered, I'll go to 5, 6. That'll make him go to 8. I'll get rid of his little skeleton, little strategy, kind of. Or I kind of want to keep up the Shard Mage's Rescue. Having 4 men in this situation doesn't feel the best. Okay, I've decided. Even though this will make me vulnerable, I am going to go above the threshold of 3 here, which is like the scariest territory. And I'm going to leave up the 2 mana for my 1 mana Shard Mages, and that was enough for him to quit. Back on my winning ways. Let's go. No, that was a self-mill because of a miscount of cards. If you insist, my friend. I feel like you were still winning. If you insist. How many wild cards do you have? Let me check. Mayor 2109. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you enjoy enough to use up your last 4% watching me struggle coming into this game. I have 51 common, 35 uncommon, 8 rare, and 12 mythic. I actually got more rare recently. I opened some avatar packs on the stream. Actually, that reminds me. I have packs burning a hole in my pockets. I have 10 packs. Let's open the 10 packs. Let's save the golden packs because I don't really know what that entails fully. Let's open these. I don't think I've opened any alchemy packs yet. Maybe we get some more wild cards. Ooh, I did get a wild card. Not the one yeah, uncommon. That's not that exciting. First one. Boom. 10 to kill him? Aura, the Imitator. Never seen that played against me, so it must not be good. Current Curriculum. A white card. The first Merfolk. Ooh, I played a Merfolk yesterday, so that's exciting. You cast each turn has Convoke. Convoke means your creatures can help you cast this spell. Ooh, I like that. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for 1. Yeah, I like Convoke. All right, let's do 5 Lorwyn. Open all. Come on, give me some rare wild cards, please. I got a mythic wild card. 2 away for a rare. Moonsong Audio. Shadow Urchin. That looks... that's a okay looking card. Taster of Wares. Damn. Mindful First Year. That seems like it should have been in a Strixhaven set. Ooh. Best pull. Sorry, had to zone out. Are we winning? I just won a game again. I lost 2, won 1 since you came in. It was me who played. Brother, even though you claim it wasn't you being nice, I still think, you had that game. I don't consider it a win for me, but I did have a great time. Hopefully you did too. Eerie, my boy. Reveal all. This is exciting. Whew. That's a lot of stuff. This card looks cool. This spell can't be countered flying. You have protection from... Oh my gosh. That card's nuts. Expensive as hell, though. All right, I got some more wild cards. So now I'm at still 9, but I'm at 14 mythic, so that's pretty healthy. Cam is a Strixhaven character on Lorwyn. Oh! I'm getting more and more familiar with this game. That's very exciting. Convoke is so good considering it takes a creature's color identity into account. Most cost reduction only reduces colorless mana. Yeah, that seems really good. It reminds me of waterbending. And waterbending is like one of the first mechanics that I really learned when I bought that Avatar beginner box. Even though in that Avatar beginner box, the blue decks are by far the worst ones. By far. But still fun nonetheless. Speaking of Avatar, we're playing against our boy Aang. 3 planes, 3 creatures. Love to see it. Our luck is turning around now. Got a weird looking mate there. I'm surprised he doesn't have an Avatar mate. It's taken him a while to decide this, so it's not an obvious play. So maybe he took a hand that he should have mulliganed. One can only hope. Let's play something with protection first. Then we'll play our Optimist Scavenger next turn. Or actually, we might just play our Spellbook Vendor. Modify our Wonder Weave. Oh, I have such bad feelings for this because every time I see it, I'm getting clapped by Stranger. The deck that he plays that he has this in, I always lose to. All right, now let's see what we're going to do. I could do Optimist Scavenger, then this. Is this a problem? No, the problem already occurred. Okay, should I scry? Maybe scrying would be better here, but that would be less value because Optimist Scavenger is not on the field. So maybe I go wide here. He does have a plains and blue. So, but they're tapped out, so obviously I don't have to be worried about a counter, but I do have to be worried about maybe a board wipe. I think it's worth the risk. We are going to modify the Wonder Weave, and we're going to attack with the Wonder Weave. Getting him back down to my level at 20. He is a really good card. Most evil color combination? I have to disagree with that. The most evil color combination is black. All right. Do I go tall or spread the love? I think I'm going to go tall because that was a very big thing that might come back sooner rather than later. Now I think it's the appropriate time to scry. Maybe. Really feels bad here not having protection. But we do our best. What was this? It was a 4/6. Okay, now we can kill it, but we're going to attack with it. And we'll attack with a spider as well. And now I'm going to scry. Ooh, that makes me, I have a much better feeling in my tummy now. The butterflies turned into the warm and fuzzies. Having a little bit of follow-up protection. That feels great. I'm playing cautiously aggressive. Wow, that was weird. Well, I guess he was really scared of the double strike. Best target for me, actually. I guess the only other thing that he could have really wanted to do is this, but I probably would have done Optimist Scavenger. Now I got some options. It would be kind of funny to seam rip that, get my thing back, and then I'll get a spider again, because I think it resets. I think that's how it works. And I think that would consider it entering the field, so maybe that would trigger this again. Okay, I'm doing that just because I want to see the interaction. Because I think that's how it's going to interact with. I'm going to say yes, pay that. Keep going tall here, I suppose. Actually, at this point, I'm going to do one more on that. And then I'm going to start spreading the love a bit. Okay, did it work? Oh, it does work like that. Let's go. I can't pay, unfortunately. And then all attack, 7, 8. Okay, I think that's enough. Scry, and I'm scrying. Ooh, a cheap creature actually is pretty good for follow-up. Because even if he board wipes, I'll have a veteran survivor, then sheltered by ghost. Boom! 3 in a row. I feel great. As the player who totally doesn't play the mirror, I have to say the mirror is not that bad and just misunderstood. Brother, please teach me, because I want to start understanding. Because as of right now, I am just a certified professional hater of Dimir. I hate any sort of control build. I played against control yesterday. Dimir doesn't have to be control. I promise. I believe you, Sick. Dimir, not only control, also mill. Hey, Vlad, welcome here. Thank you for being here and welcome. Speaking of mill, you're speaking Stranger's language. Stranger loves the milling effects. Eerie loves the mill. Stranger and Eerie, you guys might be future best buds. The amount of times I've been milled out by a Stranger, I can count on more than just one hand, and that is way too many. I'm playing against Otto. Betty, I missed it. Oh, Ferryton. Otto Ferryton? Ferryton? Is that a card? Man, that sucks. Only one land hand. That was a much better ratio, but I don't have an Optimus Scavenger, which feels pretty horrendous, not gonna lie. Okay, I would love to be able to scribe, but that's pretty slow, and I can't really be slow when I have only 6 cards. But maybe I do that instead of ward, but I don't have any protection in this hand, and ward would be a little bit of protection. Okay, I'm putting the Spellbook Vendor back. I'm keeping the 3 lands. Not sure if that's correct, but that's what I did. And look at this. I'm playing against Angus Sleeves, and I have Azula Sleeves. And I'm playing against a Plains deck. This is exciting. Let's play the ward creature. A little bit of protection. All attacks, 2 attack, 2 damage, I should say. Opponent's turn. I made another... Okay, that's an oxymoron there. You made another fun... I guess it's fun for you. I love... Oh, I missed some other chats. Sorry, guys. Mill is lovely. I love creative mill decks. I do love me some mill. Rakes a lot. Welcome back, my friend. I made another fun mill deck. Those +1/+1 on Sarkhan are permanent, unlike flying. I want to see Stranger. Oh, I could play Stranger right after... Hey, Stranger, if you're down for a game, you can show off that mill deck. Today might be the day where I can beat it for the first time. And how fun would that be? All right, now I'm going to do this. Draw a card. Drawing that doesn't make me feel good. I guess I should have modified my Wonder Weave. That probably would have been smarter. But I feel like that's like the obvious target here. The reason I'm not playing this Veteran Survivor is that if I get wiped out here, at least I'll have follow-up. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix was one of my first commander decks that I crafted. Yes, I am that degenerate. Oh, I made the right choice. It always feels good when you learn things, and that's proof I'm learning things. Controls, you gain a life, okay. Do I draw a card now? Probably not. Probably wait, right? Give me that. Give me that. Me too. I want to read their names. I'll gladly share. Sweet. Keep the hexproof. Also, hello, y'all. Vlad, you're welcome again, my friend. Enter. Sure, I would be glad to. Sweet. Dan, I love your positivity, man. Thank you so much. Hope I don't know if you're talking about me or the chat, because the chat is always positive. Everyone here, everyone since I've started streaming and getting in this game, everyone, veterans of the game, have been so positive to me. It's unbelievable. Okay, now is the time I want to play it. Draw a card, waste my mana on my turn. Oh no. Okay, he's letting it go through. I drew a card. I drew a plains. Thank you. Get rid of the plains. I would love to draw something other than the planes. I have 5 mana to work with. Maybe I'm going to do this first. Maybe that's what I want to do. If I get board wiped again, the positivity will dwindle. It will. Not even going to front. It will definitely dwindle. Do I do that at sorcery speed? Well, that's going to be tapped. I'm definitely going to attack with it. Well, maybe he'll have another split up. So maybe I don't attack with it. But I got to play fast. This deck should be nicknamed Sonic the Hedgehog. Or do they have a white one? A white hedgehog? Silver. This name should be Silver the Hedgehog. Because I got to play fast. Maybe okay, the reason I'm doing this, other than the fact that I want to, is I want to draw Shard Mages. If I draw Shard Mages, I would feel like the best player on God's green earth. Oh my god, I saw the 1 pip, and I thought I did it. Okay. Because I don't have any protection, I probably shouldn't attack, huh? So at least I have a creature next turn? Okay, I'm going to do it. But then I'm playing around a potential. And that kind of feels silly. I should have done 3 damage. But does 3 damage really change the game? I don't know. Also, if you think Mill's bad, wait till you start facing proper discard decks. This guy's a piece of crap. Oto Fairyton? You're not a fairy. Fairies are good things. You're a demon. You should be Oto Demonton, you son of a gun. And I got rid of all my creatures. I shouldn't have been greedy. That should teach me. That's cool too. Emotions are human. Yo, Large Toe, welcome back, my friend. I think you just got to commit to the aggro. I think, yeah, that was definitely probably the best play there. But in the end, it doesn't even matter because I got board wiped. I think that's how the song goes. I think it is. George Washington Park. However, he asked for aggro, and he's going to get aggro. Because I am angry. I'm angry-o. My thing is going to be freaking massive. Just absolutely huge. I'm going to be past... No, I won't be past 3. Okay, so this is it's still very vulnerable. But at least I retaliated. You know, he was bullying me, and I was just taking it like a bum. Now I'm like slapping back in a feeble sort of way. Damn, you called the board wipe. The reason why I called the board wipe is because that has been my experience on this godforsaken game the past week. So if I don't get board wiped, I'll feel like I'm doing something wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like, I will literally just play boardwipe.deck, and that will be my experience, and that boardwipe.deck is my deck's natural enemy. But they do say you breathe life into the world of what you say, like your words have power, and I guess I do breathe things into existence. So I'm going to change it. I am going to wake up a millionaire. I'm going to grow 5 inches. What else do I want? I'm never going to play against the board wipe ever again. Okay, I think that did it. Creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. Well, I don't care about that. The only good news is... Wait, is this one of those decks where they just just annoy you and then play that one card that creates like 2 monks? If so, I'll feel bad. Because it's about the time where the monks come into play. Another one, yep. Your opponent would have been at least at 3 less life after the board wipe, though. That's like a free bolt. The best card in the game. That's a great way to think about it. And now I feel foolish. However, the best way to learn is to fail. And I'm definitely failing right now. I've been trying even Interrupter for these board wipe decks, so it barely works. Dude, I tried to mess with this list by trying to counter these board wipes, and I just kept making the deck worse. So I went back to just complete net deck because, like, how foolish of it was for me, a brand new player, to like think that I know better than like an already crafted formula for the deck. So I just went back to the net deck. But I do love your positivity. Thank you so much. I don't know if that's how it works, sadly. Yeah, it's probably not. And the fact that I'm drawing this stuff until you play the mill deck I made. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Not you, Strange. I'm talking about myself. And whenever I do get board wiped, that is the point of the game, my experience, where I just will never see a creature again in my entire life. And now, I've been milled out. At least they give you a consolation prize of a little fancy little animation there. It doesn't rub salt in the wound at all. All right, enough of that mess. Stranger, you ready to play? Show Eerie. I think Eerie was the one that was talking about the milling. You want to show Eerie your fancy mill deck? For sure, I'm seeing improvements in your play even since last night. Thank you so much, Ian. Damn, that was a mean deck. It was a mean deck. He was a mean player. Nobody be friends with Oto Fairyton. He's not a fairy at all. He's a Demonton. All right, time to play against another mill deck. However, today might be the day. I believe I'm 0-5 against this deck. Not a good thing to say out loud. It makes me feel bad about myself, but it's a very good deck, and it's being piloted by a very good player by the name of Stranger, who could be in the Pro Tour. You can at me. I feel very confident about that. Not just because he kicks my butt, but because he's clearly good at the game. I feel like I got to lock in just like I tried to lock in against Ian, even though that didn't work out very well. But I did try my best. Authority of the Councils. Starting with Authority of the Councils, just like the last game. All right, let's see. I feel like I really only have a chance against this deck if I draw Cracked, and I definitely did not. Okay. Doing something I normally don't do. However, I've told myself many a times to start doing it. I just don't think it's right. However, I do need to get damage in while I can. The thing about it is, he'll have maximum 3 mana next turn. So he could play a 1-drop creature and then Sheltered by Ghost. I'm not doing it. I've told myself for how many days I'm going to start doing it. I just can't get myself to pull the trigger. I feel like such a pussy. I'm sorry for cussing, that was a bit vulgar. But it was honest. Let's see what he does. Add 1 mana when this creature becomes a... Okay. Okay, I definitely probably should have done the Shard Mages thing. In fact, I'm going to right now. I mean, as a consolation prize. Double Strike, he's at 17. Six, 7. I could draw Ethereal Armor here. I could draw Ethereal Armor. I did not. I did not do it. Okay. This is probably the best position I have been in against Stranger against this deck. However, I felt good before against this deck, and it was just utterly ripped away from me. In the blink of an eye, even. So I don't want to get too high here. I want to stay even killed. I got to stay locked in. This is why I should have done not Sheltered by Ghost, Shard Mages every single time. That's fine. Oh, there's the ethereal armor. Now you show up, my little rascally friend. Let's try again. He is at 7 still, but he has a lot of mana, and that's scary. He's at 9 now. All right, let's see what we can cook up here. What can we cook up? I'm gonna respond to all the chats as soon as this game is done. But this is literally my best shot to beat this guy. I may not get this shot again for a millennia. Pass. My turn. Ooh. Whoop. He has a lot of stuff. Two, three, four. Okay, I'm going to do something that might be shocking to the viewing audience at home. And my reason for it will be explained in a moment's notice. I'm doing that. And you're like, why would you do that? It seems pretty stupid. Well, if I played my creature instead, and it got board wiped, both of my creatures got board wiped, I would have flown myself off the nearest skyscraper. And this way, I would be able to play ethereal armor and then hold up mana. And if strangers listening, not that I can do anything with that mana, by the way. I probably can't. All right, just an attack. That's it. All right, this is normally at this point in the game you would already have like 6 creatures on the field. And now that I'm thinking about it, this might not be the deck. Because wow. I'm just now realizing that this ain't the deck, I don't think. This might be his new mill deck. And now I feel like a fool. And now I want to cry. I would like to cry. 2, 3, okay. But that would give him... I'm just going to attack and see what happens next. Well, I won. But as I realized at the end there, it wasn't the win I wanted, but it was the win I deserved, I suppose. All right, let me get back. Let me get back to this. Damn, that was a mean deck. I am. Hi, bro. How are you? Hey, Call. Welcome back. Up a Kabar, my friend. Sorry, I was locked in. Hey, Call. I wasn't ignoring you. I was just locked in. Very sorry. Want to play Brawl after that game? Yeah, we could. Definitely. Not here. Figs Bar. What's up, Figs Bar? Erie. LOL. It would be right if you had mana left. I believe in you. Thank you so much, Erie. Hailson. Also, Hailson, you're back too. Yeah, you win if he doesn't board wipe. No. Move the face cam to the bottom left. We can't see their mana. You can't see their mana? Okay, I'll do that. Oh, Mr. NCC99. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoy watching someone struggling. There are pretty decent budget control decks around if you're getting bored of aggro. I am kind of getting bored of aggro, to be honest with you. But I'm not at the part where I want to spend my resources just yet. But it is coming. Shelter is smart since it gives you Ward 4. This is a new deck? Yes, it is a new deck. You're just training and preparing for your true challenge. I guess I was. I didn't have anything I could play. Stranger, I sent you the invite. He sent me the invite. Kurdo was next. Perfect. And he wants to do Brawl, so I need to click to choose deck. My only Brawl deck? All right. Time to play my second day playing Brawl / Commander. Stranger. I was literally locked in, ignoring my chats for a moment, not actually ignoring them. I was thinking I was playing your OP mill deck. It wasn't until the end that I was like, wait a second. I normally have my hopes and dreams crushed by now. And then I realized that it was your new mill deck. So you crushed my hopes and dreams and my spirit in a whole new, different, and exciting way. And ain't that just like you? I can show you a Brawl deck that isn't Azorius control. Hey, I'm here for it. If you want, you can have next game. I don't think anyone has claimed next. So Hailson, if you want it, it's all yours, my friend. Oh no, this was brand new. It just didn't work like it's supposed to. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. But you could probably, if you watch it back, you could probably see the moment where I realized that this was not it. And it didn't feel good. I'll tell you that much. All right, I'm playing my commander, Yada. Yada helps me play for my other yada yadas. I take it. Sweet. All right, Hilton is next. Mental note of that. Aspect. That doesn't take very many wild cards. Sweet. If you would like, you could. I have a Discord now. I had it linked in the chat. Actually, I linked it in both the YouTube chats. Also, too, it's in the bio of my Twitch. It's in the bio of my Twitch page. So you can send it to me via Discord. Also, too, you can send it to me via Twitch's Whispers. I don't think it will be visible in the YouTube comments. Some people have had a hard time with that in the past. Okay, what do I want to do here? I could warp this. That would be pretty cool. Let's warp this. Yeah, I want to warp this. Get myself a planes, because having 2 planes just doesn't do it. This doesn't get the job done in this economy, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I can do this, go a little bit wider. I wish I was a little bit wider. I wish I was a baller. It doesn't really rhyme with wider, though. All right. Hailson. Hailson is next. He absolutely destroyed me with control yesterday. Lotus Cobra. I don't like snakes, but it's a pretty decent looking snake, I suppose. He's playing a landfall deck. That's kind of scary. Am I going to see Badgermole Cub in Brawl? Come on now. Hopefully he doesn't play it. He may not. This has like a very similar artwork to Oroboid, which I don't fancy that. If Oroboid hits the field, that's enough to make a fella a little salty. For obvious reasons. Oroboid just sucks the big one. He's thinking. That his commander looks pretty ugly. You may play lands from your graveyard. Whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Cezrel power up on up to another target creature. I'm having a hard time talking today. I'm freaking stupid. This is one of my favorite artifacts. I really like this artifact. I'm not sure if it's as good as I think it is in my brain. Gift of food. Target creature you control gets +2/+2. Okay. I'm just going to attack. That seems like a fair thing to do. Next. There we go. In turn? I think I will in turn. What commander is your opponent playing? He is playing Cezrel, Genesis Shepherd. He destroys stuff and distributes counters, it seems like. Cezrel, just followed. Figs Bar. Thank you so much, my friend. And if you're interested, I did just make a Discord today. If you're interested in Discord, no pressure if you're not. Also, too, if you're on, I'm also streaming vertically. I'm also streaming on Twitch and Kick, all the stuff. So there's my PSA. I just lost my train of thought as soon as I saw this card. I need to lock in. Right now, you're witnessing me play Kuro, who's in the chat right now. Very nice guy. What got you to play Magic? For me, it was a friend of mine, Luis Antonio. Thank you so much for being here. Well, I basically have been a Yu-Gi-Oh player / fan of the show for all my life. And being a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, it's basically a terrible existence. Konami has done a very poor job of managing that game, and the game's dog shit, basically. Apologize for cussing. So I just gave up on it. I was sick of it. I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, so I bought the Avatar beginner box because why would you not do that? And I played over the holidays with some friends. I played with my girlfriend, and I loved it. It reminded me like the play style, the back and forth. It was wonderful. It reminded me of old school Yu-Gi-Oh! And then because of my personality types, because of my mental disorders, apparently, I go way overboard in all things that I get into. So I bought a whole bunch of precons, way too many precons, trying to build a pod so I can maybe get some friends into it, all this stuff. And then I started streaming. And I've been meeting some very nice people, like all the people in the chat right now. Playing against Kudos in the chat. I just played Stranger. I played Ian yesterday. Hailston's on deck. Just the Magic community. The people that play Magic are so much nicer. Just way better people, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Can't judge two people. You know, that's not very good. But, you know, I like them more than Yu-Gi-Oh people. Just overall, the experience, what I've experienced with Magic the Gathering, top tier, my friend. The only thing I don't like is Universes Beyond and also the color black. The color black can suck the big one. I hate playing against black. But other than that, having a great time. The spreadsheet decks. Don't know what you mean there, Harrelson. I wish I did. I don't got that much Magic in my brains yet. I'm sure Ian and Stranger understood that joke, though. Larval Scout. A lot of things are happening right now. I don't know what's happening. Nikki Flash, are you playing anyone in chat? I'd be down to 1v1 you. Thank you, Nikki Flash, for being here. And I actually am playing Kudo in the chat. I just played Stranger the game before. Hailson's on deck. But then if you stay, I would love to play you after Hailson. My turn? I can judge people, actually. The spreadsheet decks, I can judge people, actually. Yes, Ian is a judge. In the chat, you're witnessing a great player who kicked my butt yesterday and also a judge. A very fair and powerful man. In Yu-Gi-Oh, you can see decks that have spreadsheets on how to play them. Bro, don't get me started on the jabronis that sell these spreadsheets. It's a joke. However, if I start talking about it, I'll become negative, and I don't want to be a negative guy. I want to be a positive person. Why would you watch? There's too much negativity on the interwebs. I don't want to be that guy. Okay, he has a reacher, and that's a problem. It's a big old problem. However, at the beginning of your end stat, put a random land card from your library into your graveyard. Does he want to get rid of this? Because it seems like that's his main strategy. You know what I'm saying? And I can cast that for 4. He's not going to be able to cast that unless he has Graveyard Recursion, which he very well might. I'm just going to attack with my Gyata. Although I could leave it up. Why would I do that? I have Planner Ally. Okay, I'm attacking. I talked myself into it. Probably not the smartest decision, but the one I made because I like attacking. Who doesn't like doing that? Why would you not do that? All right, guys. Oh, the commander's hitting the board. This is exciting. Now, this is when... Oh, my gosh. Look at his hand. This is very cool. But hopefully it's just... Okay. He still can only play 1 land a turn, right? I hope that's how it works. Now we're playing Magic the Gathering. I can't believe how well this pile of cards I'm playing with is hanging in with like actual decks. It's blowing my mind. Resolve. How can I play this? Oh, because this that's the oh my gosh, this card's so good. So freaking good. And he's not gonna oh, he is gonna attack. But maybe I can do some fancy ass stuff here. What is that gonna be, a 5/4? I think it's gonna be a 5/4. Oh no, it's a 4/3? I thought it gets buffed up again. Didn't he play a land? What is going on? Sammy's Curiosity, you gain 2 life, create a Lander token. Lander. Sacrifice this token, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tap. Well, it's probably not a great idea. So I'm going to lower your expectations for what I'm about to say. I had an idea today. Because I always I hate tap lands. And I feel like everybody hates tap lands. What if someone made a tap land tribal deck? Like, I'm sure there's probably cards out there that rewards you playing things that come into the battlefield tapped. And I feel like that would be a fantastic commander deck. It would get me to LOL. Maybe not LOL. Maybe just like GQTT TMS, giggle quietly to myself. But it would be so hard to find all those cards, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I hate landfall. It's really eating your cake and having it too. Okay, so who telling about Amulet Titan? There are cards that make tap cards come in untapped. I found that. Tried to look some of it up, but it was starting to become a chore and I stopped. Ooh, love to draw a land. The Aether Spark. I love this card. I love this set, even though it seems like the general consensus is that the set sucks. But I like it. And isn't that enough? He's tapped out. I can destroy his commander. Why would you not do that? Let's do it. Love to do it. He has so much land, like, does it really matter? Oh, he puts it in his graveyard. That's scary. Oh, he didn't. It just moved there for an instant. All right, Yada's hitting the field. And I'm attacking for 5. Whenever this creature attacks, venturing in the... Oh, I forgot about this. I added this for this moment. I'm venturing into a dungeon right now. Magic is such a cool game, guys. Trapped entry. Each player loses 1 life. That doesn't really help me. Scry 1, that helps me. Yanni Porter, you gain 1 life. Dungeon level. Scry 1. Goblin Lair, credit 1/1. Credit treasure token. That's cool. Twisted Cavern. Target creature can't attack until your next turn. Mind Tunnel, credit treasure. Ooh, okay. I think I'm going to do this one. Yeah, let's do that one. God dang, that is so cool. When this artifact enters, the ring tempts you. That's cool too. It's not really a game changer, but I also added this card to play the card. Kudro, my friend, I'm having a great time. Hopefully you are too. All right, I'm catching up. Aether Drift was rushed, but the card's okay. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, Luis, you liked it too? Sweet. I'm glad I'm not alone. And Hose. The tap land tribal reminds me of Mazes and decks in Pioneer, which is just playing a bunch of guild gates, which come in tap to win the game. I gotta look that up. I gotta remember to look that up. And also, Hose, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for the message. That sounds super exciting to me. Do you prefer Insect or Spaghetti Monster? If Spaghetti Monster is Oroboid, which that's where my mind went, I definitely prefer the Insect. However, if this is the Spaghetti Monster, then I still prefer I prefer this. I prefer this. Because this is getting out of hand. I'm gonna need to deal with that ASAP. It is not Oroboid. Oh, it's not. Well, good for that, because I'm sick of that card. I don't really think I have that much removal. Even, what is this? Razor Reel deals 4 damage to target attacking. I shouldn't read that out loud because Kuro might be listening in. His ears has ears. He has people on the inside. Resolve. 3/3 flyer. That's fine. I got flying, my guy. Pass. All right, let me read this again. Target creature you control. I'm going to talk very quietly in case Kuro's listening. Gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. If the gift was promised, that creature also gains indestructible. Maybe now is not the time to play it. Maybe now is not the time to play it. But maybe it is. I'm going to do it just because it seems like a cool thing to do. Plus, it makes me use the Bender's water skin, and who doesn't like that? I'm not going to gift him food. I'm going to buff this guy up. We take those! I like that trade. I'm glad I did it. At the end of the day, isn't that all that's what matters? Okay, do I want to be tempted by the ring? You get an emblem named the ring. If you don't have one, then your emblem gains its next ability. Right click for more information. The ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Okay. Becomes blocked by a creature whenever your ring bearer deals combat. Okay. The Aether Spark. As long as Aether Spark is attached to a creature that can be blocked, and whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage during your turn, put that many loyalty counters on the Aether Spark. Aether Spark is coming in. Attach it. Do I spread the love with Giada or my already buff thing? I'm thinking my already buff thing. I'm dealing so much damage right now. I mean, I still can't deal with the Lotus Cobra, but do I really need to? Maybe I should leave this up. No, I'm attacking. I love attacking too much. Plus, I'll have a Goblin or a Treasure token. I have 3. I'm going to do the Treasure token. And then after I attack, I'm going to catch up on the chats, my friends. Next. Plus, I might be able to do some tricksy things. Actually, I feel bad for saying the word tricksy. I hate it when I watch a lot of game nights since getting into Magic, and I hate it when they say tricksy. It irritates me for some reason. All right, time to catch up on the chats. It's way bigger than Oroboid. One of the reasons people don't like Aether Drift is it feels like it does a pretty bad job of exploring the planes it visits. That makes sense, and I can definitely see why that feels bad. And not an optimized deck because it needs a ton of wild cards. Lore-wise, Aether Drift moved too much away from fantasy to like sci-fi for me. That also makes sense of why one wouldn't like it. Maybe I'm just a grumpy oldie, potentially, but sometimes it's okay to be a grumpy oldie. Where did I? Luis. Maybe it's because I'm pretty new to the game, but the speed mechanic. That's what I love. The speed mechanic, Luis. Every time I get the opportunity to play a speed card, I'm like, I like it. Aether Spark on Planner Ally? Yes, I did. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but I just felt like it was buff. It was like my buffest thing, so why not go tall when he is going tall inevitably? I'm buying Duskmourn booster packs now. People in the chat were saying Duskmourn's their favorite set yesterday. I really need to check that out. I really need to check that set out because Stranger was one of them. I think Ian was the other person that said they really liked Duskmourn. That and Edge of Eternities are both solid sets to get more of. Okay, you dead? Okay, I don't like the fact that you said that, Hailson. I felt like I was okay. I felt like I was going to survive at least one more turn. But I also just missed probably everything that he did. The Gitrog monster, it has monster in the name, so I don't feel very confident anymore. Duskmourn is a horror themed set. Sam really liked it. I'm more of a Lorwyn guy. There we go. Sam liked it. I need to check that out though, because that's back-to-back days, 3 different people, maybe 4 different people that really liked it. Okay, this doesn't have trample, so it is possible that I survive this. I'm only going to be taking 8 so far. Destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, now I'm dead. Do I have a way around this? I don't have a way around this. God dang, good job. Again, I'm still happy with how well this deck hung in there, you know what I'm saying? And I think I misplayed probably a couple times, so maybe I would have had 2 or 3 more turns with this pile of cards. That being said, I had a lot of fun delving into a dungeon, playing Bender's Waterskin. Might be my favorite card in Magic the Gathering, honestly. I love it. Who's to say, though, at this point? Who's to say? All right, he's popping off. Now it's going to read the rest of the chat. The might form is the issue. The aesthetics of Duskmourn was kind of cool. A spaghetti monster it is. GG's. GG's. Yes, it was. Because I'm salty, your commander is going to get hurt. It's not going to get killed, but it's going to get hurt. Because you hurt me, so I hurt you. And isn't that life? All right, I believe Hailson was on deck. Critter, that was a great game. I think Landfall gets a lot of hate, but I don't mind it. Especially if I don't see Oroboid. What are we talking about here? We just talked about you. Because we were just talking about Duskmourn again, by the way. Another person back-to-back days talked about Duskmourn. Fascinating. All right, Hailston was on deck, I'm pretty sure. And I think someone who was after him. It was Hose? Was it Hose? I gotta look. But I'll accept this invite to play Brawl. Feels bad playing Brawl because my deck sucks. Ian has summoned me. Ian, you're a champ. You summoned him 2 days in a row, brother. I pinged you like 30 minutes ago. What do you mean? I must I must await now, good sir. Luis Antonio, thanks so much for hanging out with me as long as you did, bro. I'm gonna try to stream every day. So maybe I'll catch you again. Maybe I'll catch you again. Ooh, a card I haven't played yet. And now I'm going to do a hand ripping thing. It feels bad to do it, but it happens so often to me that it's just karma at that point, ain't it? Subscribe. Good night. Thank you so much. And you have a good night too, brother. The Might form was a miracle draw. What a miracle. I love... Actually, since I have so many vets in the chat, something I don't understand... And I haven't understood it I've been trying to understand it. But there's a card in, I think it's actually in Duskmourn, where it's like, the commander makes it so every card in your hand has Miracle. But like, why would that matter? Because it only matters when you draw a card. So does that mean, is the whole point just for that card, the split second you draw it, to have Miracle? And like everything else is irrelevant? It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, it is. Oh, I understood it. Well, that's a dub right there, isn't it? All right, what am I going to do? When this artifact enters, draw a card. Love that. You gain 1 life and draw a card. I could draw a card here, too. I can draw lots of cards. Let's do that. My normal deck in Standard, I don't draw cards. So when I get the chance to draw cards, dopamine is released into my brain, into my synapses, and I feel good. No attacks. I don't want to kill my creatures. That would feel bad. And you need to pair it up with top deck manipulation. Okay, that's starting to make a little bit more sense. My deck don't do well against aggro. This might be my one and only time to beat you then, Hailson. Which, that revenge might taste very sweet because you controlled the mess out of me last turn. And I was getting a little... I wasn't getting tilted. I was having fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got 4. And I still got 4. I could draw another card. I have this, and that feels good. I could play it for follow-up turn, or I could just play this. Let's do this. Because he said his deck doesn't do well against aggro. So if that ain't the time to play aggressively, I don't know what is, you know what I'm saying? However, he still can kill it with this thing, but I don't think he wants to kill it with that thing. He can also kill it with his Burnish Heart, but I don't think he wants to do that either. Got a 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Dang, man. All right, no attacks. I don't want to lose my creatures. All right, this card will be in your hand because you drew it, and it'll only ever be that one card that's eligible. So it's just a cleaner way than to write out redundant the first card you drew or something. Okay, that makes sense. That's the way I was thinking about it. So I'm starting to develop Magic the Gathering logic, which feels good. And the reason why I was doubting that to be the logic, because I was like, why would they write it so like the entire hand's affected instead of that card? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that makes sense the way you worded it. But that was actually the reason why I was doubting myself. 5 mana is such an awkward amount of mana to have right now, which sucks. Especially since it enters tap. So maybe I should have played that last turn. Maybe I draw a card then. 3. Yeah, I'm going to draw a card. Let's draw a card. And then play this if I don't draw anything good. I did draw one of the 6th best cards in the game, as Ian pointed out and Butterhugger pointed out yesterday. I'm going to recoup a little bit of life. That feels good. My deck is doing the thing that I wanted the deck to do. Yeah, I'll leave that on top. Why not? It's not removal, but I don't think I can be greedy because like my deck is just slop. Okay. Do I just start attacking at this point, or just I do one attack? I guess I just do one attack. Because I still don't want my stuff to die. I think that was the right choice. What was he thinking about doing? Sacrifice this artifact, add one of any color. Okay, you had one to do. I took a huge break from Magic. I stopped playing after Brothers War and just got back into it. Well, welcome back. You're joining at the same time I'm joining. And to me, it seems like a great time to join the game. There's a lot when I joined, there was a lot of hype with Lorwyn, even though that kind of waned way too quickly because of all this TMNT stupidness. But we'll get past it. We'll live another day. Just grit and bare our teeth with grit our teeth and bear it with the whole Universe Beyond stuff. Welcome to the live. I had an hour-long debate about a miracle ruling earlier today. That must be super annoying as a judge. But you must love it. I'm assuming you must love it. Opponent draws a card. How much life do I lose? Does it tell me? At the beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on Planeteer, scry 2, and target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on Planeteer Orthanc, and the player loses life equal to the total mana value of those cards. Okay, that's only one. And he has, how many cards does he have in his hand? He has 2. I'm going to lose a life. I feel like that was the right move. Giving him advantage there, but I'm already at 11. That doesn't feel great. I have 5. Let's do this for follow-up plays. Let's do that's it. Now let's be aggressive here. Because I'm feeling like I can at this point. Next. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm at 11. I'm just now realizing that was a bad choice. Next. So this is the One Ring. It is the One Ring. I can see it. However, I should have read it more carefully. Oh, I should have read it more carefully. God dang it, that feels horrendous. If you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. Son of a biscuit. Okay, now I have a choice to make. Add mana only cast a spell as an angel. Shoot a ball, man. All right, I'm gonna do this. Okay, hopefully I don't die next turn. However, he said he doesn't do well with return up to one other target creature you control to his owner's hand. I'm gonna do this. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, my first experience with One Ring, I think. Oh, I gotta lock in because I think I could win this game. All right, this wasn't with a player. It was a 5-judge theoretical. Oh, man, that sounds even more brutal. Debating with 5 people that probably know what they're talking about. And probably are, like, sanctimonious in their knowledge, too. That must have been very tiring. He only has 1 card in his hand. At this point, I can't really lose any more lives. Any more life. You go X. Yeah. Milling pretty much gets some stuff, though. I guess just draw a card. +2, I have this for follow-up. That's why I chose not to draw a card. Didn't want to lose the life. Seemed... didn't matter. Didn't seem like it mattered. Okay. Let's start with this. Get rid of that card that you just drew. He can still play it, of course, but him being so low on manas feels better than it is, and it's huge. GG's? Why are you saying GG's? Why are you saying GG's? Is it actually GG's? Doesn't feel like GG's. Maybe I should be more confident in myself. Now I'm just scared about this. Protection from a play. Yeah, when this enters, it entered already. I can just attack this time and not feel foolish. Right? 6. That's more than enough. Next. He's blocking that. And that's it. So 6, 16, 18. I don't have to do anything. But why would I not? Just in case. You never know. What's happening? I'm so scared. Resolve. Can that get bigger because of it? I don't think it has landfall. Nothing has landfall. I just don't trust my senses anymore after that One Ring debacle. Next. Let's go, baby! Hailton, sweet revenge from yesterday's butt kicking that you layeth upon me yesterday. We'll take those. Ella was for fun. I think the Magic rules are a beautiful thing, and those types of discussions are a great way to get deeper knowledge. There you go. Did not get to 15. GG's. Yes, it was GG's. Hailston, thanks so much for the game. I believe there was one more person on deck. Yeah, and I also too, Ian, to answer you more in depth, I do also think that Magic is a beautiful thing. And the fact that like there's so many situations that aren't like obvious to a new player, but like not in a frustrating way. Like there's simple stuff, but also, I don't know. It's just really cool to me. I linked that deck in your Discord, by the way. Thank you so much, Aspect. Nikki Flash, you're up. All right, Nikki Flash, have you added me already? I don't think you have, but you may have. Nikki Flash, standard or brawl? I'm good with whatever you prefer, Nikki Flash. I'm good with either. My brawl deck, not a good deck. My standard deck, I feel like it's pretty good. However, it doesn't do well against black. But that also might just be a me problem and not the deck problem. However, my username is, so you can add me. I'm gonna type it in the chat right now. Let's be friends. Oh, already. Sweet. And where did you go? There you are. I'll wait for your challenge. How about that? So you can pick the format. And you already sent it. And it is standard. Let's go. Challenging Nikki Flash. This may be, I see a white deck and I want to paint it black. No, you can't paint it black. I'd probably do better actually in playing a black deck. I refuse to join the dark side. They have caused me so much pain over the past 2 weeks that I just don't want to do it. What black decks are you having problems with? All of them. However, the deck that I really hate, I don't even know the name of it, but it's the card called Nowhere to Run. Basically, what it does, it makes any form of protection that I have null and void. And when that happens, I lose my creature, and then I get creature screwed for the rest of the game. If it's Reanimator, it's not an issue with your deck. No, it's not usually the Reanimator stuff. However, I have had trouble with Reanimator in the past. Like when it has that demon hit the board, and then its entire graveyard hits the board, and I wasn't fast enough. That has happened in the past. But it's more of just like constant removal of my creatures, and I have no way to get it back. That's basically what it is. And I run into that on standard ranked constantly. But Scrying feels good here. And that feels great. That puts me at ease a little bit, drawing that card next. Just followed. Thank you so much, Sariv. So just basic removal against this deck is my bane. It really puts a stick in my craw. Return target creature and opponent. Love it. When this works, it's such a good feeling. Oh no, you're the worst. Nikki Flash, you son of a gun. You made me waste a good card. It be like that sometimes, though. You know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes. How aggressive do I want to play here? I feel like pretty damn. Pretty damn. And I feel like that was instantaneously a mistake. Okay, I'm getting away with it so far. Once I get past 3 toughness, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. Okay, Nicky Flash woke up today and said to himself, I'm going to ruin this guy's day. I'm just kidding, Nicky Flash. That is not what's happening. I'm having a great time playing against you. I hate it when I do something stupid because I didn't read the... That just happened to me, Erie. I feel your pain. It happens to me every day. It happens to me every day in this goddamn game, man. I attacked into a 1 ring today. Yesterday, I made 2 Optimistic Scavengers legendary through the help of Most Helpful Weaver. And I'm sure there was a ton of embarrassing things that I did yesterday. However, maybe I blocked some of them out, which feels good. Do I get rid of that problem? Is it my turn to have fun? He has a response, so probably not. You may put a permanent card. Okay. I'm getting away with this. I'm getting away with it. We love to see it. All right. The aggro player is being a little bit aggressive. Yep, I've never read a card, to be honest. Stop lying, brother. You've probably read plus or minus 10,000 cards. That's my over-under on that one. I think that's flashing. When the spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, this card stop for turn. When this creature enters, tap with 2 target creatures. Ooh. Is that big enough a problem to deal with right now? What is this? Mill 3, draw a card, flashback. Sorry, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not frozen. However, we were just thinking about stupid things to do / not do. And I'm trying to think this through. I feel like I can take a 5/5 to the face, but a 5/5 is scary. And Ian pointed out that a free bolt at one point in time is like a great thing to do. So I feel like 2 mana to get rid of a 5/5, which is basically like 2 bolts. I feel like that logic there, honestly, him saying that is kind of changing the way I'm thinking about exchanges right now, which actually feels pretty okay, pretty good. I don't like the fact that I'm going wide here because I feel like a board wipe is a coming. It's a knocking on my door. So maybe I don't even want to or need to. I will buff this one up because it has Ward 2/2. So it's a little bit more safe. Oh, flyers. That's not cool. He could kill my Spellbook Vendor. So I'm not attacking with that. That would just be foolishness. I will attack with that and scry 1. Doesn't really help me here. It would be okay with follow-up, but I don't think that's what he's going to do at this point since he played 2 fairies. He's getting rid of one of the fairies. Okay. That I didn't waste my spellbook. Now I feel more comfortable playing this. But I don't think I need to. But maybe I should. I'm going to try it. Because aggressive is literally the name of the game. Name of the game. Alright, I'm missing some chats. I got to catch up back up. You wait for you to use mana before removing your main counter to know where to run are your shelters and seam rips. Yeah, I can get rid of nowhere to run. The problem is not so much after they hit the board. When they hit the board, like I just can't build back after that. That's the problem. Probably Shed of Love here. Actually, let's modify my second Wonder Weave. That's what I'm gonna do. And then he's at 10. He has 1 blocker. Let's just see what happens. He's paying the ward for that. Okay, I can still attack with 2 things, which is 7 damage. If he lets it go through, which he probably won't. This has vigilance, so I won't take that damage. So, does this already have one on there? No, it doesn't. So I'm going to auto pay that. I'm going to scry 2. That's a 4-3. Still not out of range to be killed easily. I'm going to scry again. I mean, there's worse cards to draw than that, to be honest. Like, 100%, there's worse cards than that. And if I do get board wiped somehow, it would be nice to have a creature. I want to be greedy. I'm going to be greedy. Probably not the smartest decision, but I'm going to be greedy. However, I got rid of one of his flyers, so next turn, it's all about if he can get a flyer on the board. Good game? Oh no. Oh no, that was it. Great game, Nicky Flash. Now it's time to... Great game. I'm surprised I won that. I'm really surprised I won that. Your main counter, Ian has literally never read a single card. Can confirm? You're tricking me. Each game of chess means there is one less variation left to be played each day. Got through means 1 or 2 less mistakes remain to be made. Don't play card when you are already winning. Ooh, that's a great train of thought. Don't play card when you're already winning. Huh, I really need to mull on that. UG doesn't really usually have board wipes. Okay, I need to internalize that too. Because that's one of the things that causes me the most stress in this game is not knowing the card pool. Are we winning? Super Fabio! I did win. I'm actually playing against someone in the chat. Ideally, with this deck, you go tall instead of wide and pace your drops until the black player's hands thins out. That makes sense. But every time I go wide against black, it feels like I get some sort of, I don't know. I'm just making excuses. Of course, I lose to black because of skill issues and not because of, like, some mysticism that makes me lose every time. Nicky Flash, I misplayed super hard, but love that mono white deck. Thanks so much, Nicky Flash. I had a great time. Hopefully you did too. However, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yesterday, I hit my my all-time best in terms of length streamed. I felt like I was getting increasing my endurance. However, right now, I pretty much hit my wall. You can probably tell because my energy level has waned a bit. The words are not coming to my brain nearly as quickly. I think I gotta quit while I'm ahead. I think I have to log off right now, guys. If you stack auras on one creature, it dodges nowhere to run, and you have time to remove it. Yes, my last game where someone played nowhere to run, I did the stupidest thing, my friend. I was like, oh shit, here we go again. That mentality, and I was just like, screw it. And I realized that my 2/2 could have been buffed up to a 4/4. So you're 100% right. K-bye, Hailson, K-bye. That was a very quick. Gonna go off stream now? I think so. Have a good night, dog. Thank you so much. Want to see Atraxa? Yeah, 100%. You can show me Atraxa. Just send it in my Discord or on a whisper on Twitch. I'll check it out. 100%. Good night to all you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully see you soon. If this is the end of your weekend, have a great work week. And thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm going to end the stream right now.